I'm doing some aquarium maintenance. This filter was ready to be cleaned, so I thought I'd do a video about it. This thing is an Odyssey CFS 700. They make them in a few different sizes. I wanted to do a video on it because this canister is terrific. Moves just as much water as an FX6. About the fourth of the price. And as you can see, top to bottom, there's a pump down in the middle of the bottom. The entire thing is sponge. And on the very top, just under the lid here, there's two fine pads in there that'll polish the water before it even gets to all your sponge. And people would think, well, why would you do that? Well, the sponge is to grow bacteria. And this pore size is the perfect environment for growing bacteria. Nothing is better than sponge. And this entire thing, with that much sponge, will grow a ton of bacteria. It'll support a ton of fish. And it's pretty narrow. It's probably maybe a foot wide, maybe less, but it's really tall. This will fit maybe in most cabinets, but the next size up will probably not fit in most cabinets. So that might be something you'd have to consider. But as far as bacteria growth and being able to support a good quantity of fish, these things are unbeatable. I mean, it's probably got triple the amount of sponge in it that an FX6 does. Moves just as much water. I think I paid 120 bucks for it. You can get them on eBay. And from now on, when I set up aquariums, large ones, I'll be using these instead of the FX6 unless I find a good deal on FX6, like Black Friday or something, when they're selling them for like 200 bucks. But yeah, it's really quiet. It's got a built-in kind of needs to be cleaned meter. When the fine pads on top start to clog, it's got so much suction, it'll actually start squishing the sponge and you'll start to see the pads. So I know when it gets down about right here, they're pretty plugged and it needs to be cleaned. But the sponges themselves, I rarely need to clean them. I mean, this thing could probably go for a year having the fine filters above it without being cleaned, no problem, without being all gunked up and nasty. But these things are terrific. So if you're on a budget and need a quality filter, CFS 700 made by Odyssey. They're terrific. Anyways, that's all.